Am I the asshole for being truthful and admitting that I find my wife unattractive after her surgery? My wife had plastic surgery recently. We had discussed it and I was against it. It was not my decision and ultimately I had no say. She looks weird now. She had the fat sucked out of her face, lip fillers, a neck lift, other stuff I don't really get. She gives me uncanny valley vibes now. It freaks me out. She is fully healed now and she wants us to go back to normal, like me initiating sex. I have done so but not as much as I used to, and when I do I try and make sure there is very little light. It's been a few months and I kind of dread having to look at her. Obviously she has noticed. She has been bugging me to tell her what's up. I've tried telling her I'm just tired from work, or that I'm run down. Really anything except for the truth. She broke down and asked me if I was having an affair. I said that I wasn't. She asked to look at my phone. I unlocked it for her and handed it over. I wasn't worried about her finding anything because there is nothing to find. She spent an hour looking through it and found nothing. She asked me to explain why I changed. I tried explaining that I just wasn't that interested right now. Nothing I said was good enough for her. She kept digging. I finally told the truth. I wasn't harsh or brutally honest. I just told her that her new face wasn't something I found attractive and that I was turned off. She asked if that's why I turn off all the lights now. I said yes. She started crying and said that she needed time alone. She went to stay with her sister. I have been called every name in the book since this happened. Her sister said I'm a piece of shit for insulting my wife's looks. Her friends all think I'm the asshole. I tried not to say anything. I can't force myself to find her attractive. I still love her but her face is just weird now. She looks like the blue alien from The Fifth Element. Am I the asshole for telling my bio mom's family that I don't visit because I don't have a bed there? I've lived with my dad my entire life. He married my mom when I was 2 and she's all but adopted me 15 female. My bio mom lives about 5 miles away with her husband and their kids 12 female and 8 male. I don't live with her. Never have. And probably never will. I visit her sometimes, like once a month. But we both know she's not my mom. I've called her by her first name since I was like 5. I don't have a room or a bed at her house and there's no pictures of me in there. My bio mom talked me into going to some family party with her and her family. I don't know anyone there so I was mostly just hanging out with her while I was there. She started talking about how I never see her and it took an act of God to get me to go to this party. So I told her to show them my room. She tried to show them her daughter's room. So I said no, that's Amanda's room, see by her bed. And she was out of rooms after that because it's only a 2-bedroom house. She pulled me aside and said to stop and that I was making her look bad. So we went back and I told her siblings that I wasn't allowed to talk about not having a bed at her house anymore because it makes her look bad. Apparently, that wasn't good enough either because she tried telling me to give her my phone. I reminded her that she's not my mom, then called my mom and told her to pick me up. My mom picked me up and she's really mad at my bio mom for all of this, but my dad says it sucks, but I should have taken it since I'm probably never gonna see these people again. And not in trouble, but they can't agree whether I was right or wrong. So I wanted to know if I was the ass. Am I the asshole for telling my neighbor I'm not her babysitter over the summer? I 38 female have a neighbor. We'll call her Sarah 38 female. I'm married with 2 girls 8 and 11. She has 2 boys 8 and 12. Sarah is married but her husband travels a lot for work and she works from home. I am a teacher, so I have school breaks and summers off. Over winter break Sarah's kids kept coming over to see if my kids could play. Play means they have been sent over because they're annoying mom, and she's trying to work. Backstory. The kids were friends when they were younger, but as they got older they don't really have much in common and they've drifted apart. Her kids go to a parochial school and my kids go to public school, so they don't even have teachers or classmates in common. They don't have a ton in common anymore. And when they do play, Sarah's kids fight a lot with each other and with my kids. One day over winter break the younger one came to the door to see if my kids could play and I told him they didn't want to play right now. Sarah sent me a text saying that she was on a work call and she could really use some time with the boys out of the house. I caved and told my girls to just try and find something they could do together. 10 minutes later my oldest came upstairs crying saying that one of the boys made a nasty comment about how boring our house was and it was dumb that I wouldn't let him play Xbox. The Xbox is my husband's and it's in our family room, or I was doing laundry and watching a show. I told the boys if they were bored they were more than welcome to leave. Now it's almost spring break and Sarah just asked if I could watch the boys 2 days because she has to busy work days and I'm off work. I told her no because we would be on vacation in Florida visiting family. She said okay and jokingly said, I guess I'll just hit you up in the summer. I replied and said that I will not be babysitting her kids over the summer. True emergencies, sure. I said, I'm sorry, but just because I'm not at school during the summer does not mean that I am your free childcare. Yes, I don't physically go to work over the summer, but I take online classes for my master's and I teach online summer school, meaning I am also working from home. She blew up at me and told me I should help her because she's alone a lot, and now that the kids are older it's harder to keep them entertained all day. I told her that I didn't care if the kids played together outside during the summer, but I was not going to be a caretaker or responsible for her kids unless she was going to compensate me. I tried explaining to her that the kids do not get along the way that they used to. My kids don't fight with each other the way her kids fight with each other. And my kids don't really want them to be at our house all the time. Now she's pissed and not speaking, and her oldest told my oldest that I'm not a good person because I won't help my neighbor. Am I really the because I won't watch her kids over the summer? Am I the asshole for taking my daughter away and telling my ex I expect him to support me financially while I look after her because his partner wouldn't make her tea? I 35 female have a daughter Kelly 16 female with my ex-husband Josh 37 male. We separated when Kelly was 10. Since then Josh got married again to Lily 30s female. Kelly mostly stays with me, but also have her own room at Josh's house, which is significantly bigger than mine. It is important to note Kelly is not really a picky eater and usually cooks for herself. She enjoys cooking and trying new things. However, she is very particular about how she wants her hot drinks done, like hot chocolate with milk only and no water, or tea without any milk or sugar, as she collects different types and feels adding milk or sugar ruins it. Now unfortunately Kelly had to go through an operation and currently can't move by herself and needs help. Josh suggested to have her stay at his house as he has more room and Lily can look after Kelly while he is at work since she is a housewife. They don't have any children together. Lily also agreed it will be for the best. Both me and Kelly went with the plan as I won't be able to be with her 24/7 due to my work and lack of cover, and I won't be able to afford being off work for long as I have to pay for her operation alongside with other medical bills. It was a week on Friday since Kelly was staying with Josh and Lily, and I would spend time with her in the evenings when Kelly called me and asked me to take her home. I have asked what is wrong and she told me Lily kept messing with her drinks or serving her drinks she can't have like coffee due to her meds, and when my daughter tried to raise it with her Lily said if Kelly doesn't like it she can make her own, knowing perfectly well my daughter is currently bedbound. I took her home and have told my ex I'm expecting him to cover the medical bills and some of my expenses since Lily failed to do her job and her treatment of Kelly. I have refused to give her a second chance despite Josh asking me to and was called an asshole, him, and my in-laws. Am I the asshole for saying that's his wife? I didn't think this was a huge deal, but my friend is acting like I was 5 seconds away from causing the scandal of the century, so I'd like the internet's verdict. I moved to London a few months ago, and my friend Eleanor from uni was nice enough to introduce me to her group of friends since she grew up here. I've spent a lot of time with her friends, and they're slowly becoming my friends too. We spend most weekends together and we even took a spontaneous weekend trip to Spain last month. There's this guy in the group who is ridiculously attractive, but Eleanor warned me he wouldn't be interested when I first told her about my crush. She honestly made me think he was gay the way she said it, and he always ignores the female attention he gets on nights out. So I really did think he was gay. He also doesn't wear a wedding ring and he's never brought his wife when we go out, not even when we went to Spain. So I was shocked yesterday when I saw him walk over and touch a woman sitting with his best friend's wife. I asked one of the girls who she was and she told me she was his wife. I was shocked, so I blurted out that's his wife. I didn't mean anything bad about it, but I guess my tone showed how shocked I was and Eleanor misunderstood, so told me to shut up. The girl I asked was also giving me weird looks, so maybe my tone wasn't what I intended. Eleanor dragged me away from the other girl to tell me not to say anything about his wife because supposedly he's ridiculously protective over her, and the group would quickly turn against me if the guy thought I was saying something negative about his wife, which I think is super dramatic. I tried to explain I thought he was gay And that's why I was shocked that Eleanor thinks I'm lying, so she keeps telling me to just be nice to his wife and not say anything bad about her because it would cause problems for her too. I really think she's being dramatic. It's not like I said she was ugly. I was just shocked he was married. During the night, Eleanor went out of her way to introduce me to his wife, but I didn't say much because Eleanor had made it so awkward for me that I didn't want to say the wrong thing. She was also really quiet, so it was hard to have a conversation with her, especially since her husband or his friend's wife were always hovering around her. Today they're all hanging out, and I wasn't invited. I don't know for sure it was because of this, but I think it was. Am I the asshole? Please leave your comments down below to any of today's stories. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.